Hey Bolo Buddies, thanks for watching. Be sure to go down and subscribe to my channel and also click the alerts button. That way you get notifications when I post new videos. So tonight what I decided to do was kind of just search auction styles with a high number of bids to kind of find some items that are that have a lot of bids, which in turn means that they are desirable and people want them. So they are a BOLO, something to be on the lookout for. So the first item is these Nike shoes that are just, in my opinion, kind of dirty condition. They don't look like they've been cleaned up at all. So anyway, another thing you can do when you see this, just to kind of see, hey, are other Nike vintage shoes selling for a lot? You go into solds, and I always search auctions, number of bids most, and you can kind of look through and see other Nike shoes that are in demand. So this pair sold for $92, $213, and you can just kind of scroll down. Now some of these are kind of low, but they had a lot of bids, so I have no idea how 19 bids only equals $21.50, but some of them were weird. You have to kind of filter through them, and like this pair. I guess this Japan, because the pair we're looking at over here says Japan also. So I guess if you see Japan, maybe that's something to look for. I don't know a whole lot about it. That's why I research like this, is so that I can learn what to look for when I'm out. So anyway, it's a good way to filter through and kind of look for the highest price. You can also go to highest price first. Okay, so these sold for $272, $183. So yeah, it gives you a good idea of different Nike shoes to look for. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is vintage cassette tapes. 24 of them here. I'm guessing somebody wants something that is in this lot, because that seems like a pretty high price to me for cassette tapes. $112.80, 51 bids, 34 watchers, and still has almost 2 days to go. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put, cassette tapes in the search bar, just to see if this is just, okay. Not sure what that is. It sold for $4,000. I'm looking more for just like this. Large lot of heavy metal cassette collection. Went for $555. $430. So there's 100 plus. So you got to kind of take into consideration how many cassette tapes you're getting. So 204 that sold for $370. I mean, that's a lot of cassette tapes. And shipping seems pretty low. So anyway, if you see cassette tapes, oh, look at this. Looks like it's one cassette tape that sold for $338. All right, guys, there's a BOLO. There's one to look for. If you see that one, grab it. So anyway, it's just kind of fun to look through and see what people are paying big money for. All right, so that's cassette tapes. Let's go to, this is a vintage Sony Walkman WM20. So it's at $73, 45 bids. I don't see any watchers, which makes me want to look in here. So yeah, it's got multiple bidders. Sometimes the watchers don't pop up for some reason. I don't know if it's just a glitch, but I want to look up vintage Sony Walkman and see what else, see what the solds looks like. Vintage Sony Walkman. So this one sold for $343. It was in Canada. $320. So if you find a vintage Sony Walkman, check the model and check solds, because I mean, you can go to lowest first, and you know, not all of them go for a ton of money. It's certain, I guess you would call them models. So definitely do your research. Don't think if you find a Sony Walkman that every single one of them is going to be worth hundreds of dollars. Please, please, please do your research. So this looks kind of similar to the one over here that we're looking at. It says WM10. Yep, I thought it looked similar. So let me break this down a little more and add WM/10. So yeah, this WM/10, that's what you need. That's what you want to find. Those are the ones that are selling for a lot. Now this one's as is, and it still sold for $66. So pretty cool. Okay. All right, so we've been talking about phones in the BOLO group, and I will, if you're not in my Facebook group and would like to join it, I post a lot of BOLOs, and I will put the link to the Facebook group down in the YouTube channel bolobuddies description. So click down there and join the group. We'd love to have you. Okay, guys, so pink phone. This one's a little different than the ones I've posted in the BOLO group. The shape of this one is different, but it's a very cool color if you like pink. And this is at $67, 34 bids, 25 watchers, and still has a day and a half to go. So let's do this. Okay. So we're just looking for your common old school phones, like the one. So here, it seems that the ones that are cool colors seem to do better. Just kind of going to scroll down here, see what we got. Blue, 154. Well, that one's cool. Orange, 151. Red. So this is something that I think you could probably find at an estate sale. Now this one's a little surprising. 127 for that one. It's kind of, I don't know, not what I would expect to go. I wouldn't expect it to go that high, but I don't know anything about phones, so that is why I do this. Pink phone, 119. So yeah, if you're at garage sales, estate sales, I'm guessing most people don't know that these have value, because to me, it's not something you would expect to have value. All right, let's see. This, I don't expect to find many of these in my lifetime, but how cool is this? This old antique cookbook, $18.90. $290 is what it's at. 32 bids and 33 watchers. It has a little less than a day to go. Check out some of the cool pictures here. So really, really old. And it looks, I mean, considering the age, it's in pretty good shape, in my opinion, for the age. So let's just check it out and put in antique cookbook. So this one sold for $280, $236. Yeah, there's some high solds. So it doesn't have to be that exact one. Just, I guess the people like the idea of an antique cookbook. Let's try vintage. So we're not as old. Let's see if those still go for good money. Oh, huh. Yeah, I'd say if you find that one, grab it. Oh, it's signed. Guess that probably makes a difference. Now that one says antique. Okay, here's a Betty Crocker vintage, $115. You know, I have been to estate sales where there were rows and rows of cookbooks on this shelf, and I did not look through them, and I am regretting it right now. Regretting it. But hey, you know what? I will know in the future. So, vintage cookbooks. Who knew? All right. Now then, these little golden books. 2 books. Super cute. And they have to do with siblings, so a lot of people look for those. But it's at $53, 31 bids, 6 watchers, and it still has 3.5 days to go. So let's look up vintage little golden books. Whoa, now that is a lot of vintage little golden books. That doesn't seem like that doesn't seem like a BOLO to me for 372 of them. I would say that this person probably bought these and they're going to resell them because that's a pretty good deal actually. Duck and His Friends. So this one went for 162, but unused puzzle. So maybe it has a puzzle inside of it. Lot of 70 for 72. That's not fantastic. Now here's one. Little Red Riding Hood went for $68. And it has a paper doll. So I know some paper dolls do go for a lot also. It looks like the ones that have the puzzle are going for more. So if you see a little golden book with a puzzle inside that's still there, those look like they're going for more. Sorry guys, I'm kind of just scrolling here. $42 shipping. I'm like, why is this one in here? Because they're charging $42 for shipping on 4 books. Not sure why people do that, but they do. I know why they used to do it, because they didn't get the fees on the shipping, but now eBay has caught on to that and they charge the fees on shipping, and that's why they do it. And I don't blame them, because people would, try to sell something for 99 cents and then put $100 shipping on it because they didn't want to pay fees. All right. So anyway, vintage golden books. Some of them go for money. Some of them do not. My suggestion would be, if you see something and you think it has value, to search solds and see what you find. All righty. I have no idea what this is. Lenny and Squiggy. Before my time, but it looks to be like something people want, because it is at $124, 31 bids, 22 watchers. No, not much of a description there. So I'm going to copy this because I don't want to spell anything wrong. I already said squiggly instead of squiggy. Okay, so let's put that up here and see what we get. Okay, so these are not in the box, and they went for $75, $49.99. So it doesn't, there's not a lot of solds, so I guess they're rare. So this may go kind of high, considering it's got the box and everything. All right. We have talked about this also in the BOLO group. Tommy Hilfiger jackets, vintage, big money. Let's see. Yep, they put some measurements, so that's good. This one has 4 days, 23 hours left, so almost 5 days left. It's at $180.50, 31 bids, 33 watchers. So let's put vintage Tommy Hilfiger. We'll do jacket. What? Okay. $7,100 this one went for. That's crazy. Looks like this ended the listing, so I don't know what's up with that. This is a jean jacket that went for $405, $380, $355, $340. This, I think this is the one. I think that's the one we're looking at. So they must have had, yep, they must not have paid. It looks like they've had it listed twice. It looks like the same photo, only sideways. So looks like this seller has maybe had a little trouble getting somebody to pay for this. November 14th, December 11th. So hopefully they have better luck this time. I always hate seeing that. There's nothing more discouraging than getting something that bids up and you're super excited about it and then they don't pay. 224, 227. So anyway, you get the idea. This is pullover, 199. So if you see them, grab them. All right, one more, and then that'll be it for this video. This is really cool, and I'm guessing it's really rare and hard to find, but you never know what you're going to find in an estate sale or even a garage sale. I found some really good stuff at garage sales. This is really, really neat. Really neat cane. Pretty cool. So I guess I can put in walking stick, but let's go here first. $430, 31 bids, 24 watchers. And this was just listed. So it still has almost 7 days to go. So I'm guessing it was a 10-day auction. So should be interesting. Definitely one to watch. So let's go over here and put in, actually, I think that one said antique, but let's just do vintage walking stick. I have no idea how you would date something like this unless the date's on it. So that one's a little fancy. Yeah, so pretty cool. There are definitely lots and lots of styles and types. And of course, the fancier they are, the more money they're going to go for. Trying to look through and see if I can find anything that's similar to the one that we're looking at. Let me go back here. Let me add folk art and see if that adds anything. Okay, so this one, 560. It's hand carved. Carved, 137, 135, 107. So anyway, oh, this one's cool. Looks like an alligator, crocodile. Let's check it out. I want to see pictures. Close up. Wow, that is so cool. All right, Bolo buddies, that's it for tonight. I just wanted to go through and show you some of the ones that I was kind of looking at tonight. Again, please go down and subscribe. And if you want alerts, which I hope you do, click the alert button and that will send you an alert when I post new videos. And thank you all again for watching and have an awesome night.